Level 1, legionary. You have no name, only a scratched number on your shield. You are one among 5,000 faceless men. The centurion hasn't looked your way in 14 days. The soldier marching to your left doesn't know who you are, and you don't know his. For 8 long hours you have trudged under the burning German sun, 30 kilograms of gear cutting into your shoulders. Your feet bleed inside the caligae, the hobnailed military sandals that have been too small for 3 days. Every step is fire. No one stops. No one cares. At 18, you swore the sacred oath in a dusty village near Capua. The recruiter smiled and promised daily bread, regular pay, and land. He forgot to mention that those 25 years meant 30 kilometers today, 30 yesterday, and 30 more tomorrow. Your gladius has never tasted enemy blood, but this afternoon the scouts rode back, pale and silent. The Carusi are waiting. The centurion finally turns. One barked word: form up. Years of brutal training take over. You step into your place. Lock shields with the men beside you and draw your sword. The soldier next to you is trembling, so are you, but the line holds. Level 2. Immunis soldier with a skill. Same pay, same official rank, but you found the crack in the system. While your old comrades dig endless ditches under pouring rain, you stand inside the valetudinarium, carefully stitching a deep gash. The needle slides in clean, comes out the other side. He doesn't even groan. You learned surgery and bone setting from your uncle. For a full year, you carried logs and emptied latrines like everyone else, until an officer saw you reset a dislocated shoulder. The next morning, you were transferred to the immunes, the exempt soldiers. No more heavy labor. Now you have your own small tent, polished bronze instruments, and a measure of respect. Engineers, blacksmiths, scribes, and surveyors are immunes too. A man who can heal or build is suddenly more valuable than one who can only kill. Will it leave a scar? The centurion asks. A big, ugly one, you answer honestly. He nods, presses a silver coin into your palm that you're not supposed to accept, and limps away. On paper, you are still a common soldier with no command. In reality, you will never dig another trench again. Level 3, Tesserarius, midnight, cold wind moves the torch flames. You alone know tonight's password. A dark figure approaches between the tents. You step forward, hand on your sword hilt. Halt. Who goes there? The man freezes. Iron Raven, he whispers. Correct? You nod and let him pass. You now carry the wooden tessera tablet at your belt with the day's watchword carved into it. You organize the guard rotations, assign patrols, and flog any man who falls asleep on duty. It brings no glory, and no poems will ever be sung about you. But it is the first time men in your century wait for your orders, and the first time you see fear in their eyes when you speak. Level 4, Decanus. 8 men sleep under your command in one leather tent. They share one mule, one cooking pot, one fate. This contubernium is the smallest brick in the Roman war machine, and it is now your responsibility. You never asked for it. The centurion simply pointed at you one morning and said, "Keep them alive." You break up stupid fights over dice or rations. You take Valerius's night watch when he collapses from exhaustion. You force Tertius to write letters home so he stops weeping after dark. In battle, you are the voice that keeps the line tight, screaming hold, when every animal instinct screams run. Last week, you lost Lucius in a forest ambush near the Danube. 19 years old, you carried his broken body back to camp alone. Tonight, you divide his few possessions, his blanket for the shivering Tertius, his knife for Valerius. Tomorrow, a new boy arrives. You will train him and struggle to remember his name. Level 5, Optio. You stand at the rear of the formation, never at the front. It is not punishment. The centurion leads from ahead. You are the man who makes sure no one runs. A heavy staff with a bronze knob rests in your hand. Last week you shattered it across a recruit's helmet when he broke ranks. He never broke again. 80 men in the century. The centurion commands you manage rations, weapons, small punishments, leave passes. You have waited 7 long years at the back, watching boys arrive with smooth faces and leave with scars and missing teeth. Your centurion is aging. He coughs when he thinks no one hears. You wait for the day he falls, retires, or is promoted. Then the vine staff and the front position will finally be yours. Level 6, Signifer. A wolf's skin drapes your helmet. In your hands, you carry the century's sacred signum tall spear, topped with an open bronze hand and rings of silver honors. Where the standard goes, the men follow. If it falls, the century breaks. So you never let it fall. You are also the century's banker. Every coin of pay passes through your hands. You track deposits, debts, loans, the burial club, and the retirement savings each man hopes to collect in 20 years if he lives. Soldiers fear the centurion, but smile at you. They offer cheap wine and ask about your family. They know you control their money. In battle, the barbarians target you first, capture the signum, and the entire century loses its honor forever. Level 7, Centurion. The transverse crest on your helmet marks you clearly. It took 22 brutal years and 4 serious wounds to earn it. You lead 80 men who live or die by your decisions. Your vinewood staff never leaves your grip. You have broken 6 this year, across shoulders and helmets, whatever it takes. The men hate you. That is exactly how it should be. Hate forges discipline, and discipline keeps them breathing. You always fight at the front, first man into the breach, first over the enemy wall. When you give the order to charge, they charge. When you tell them to die where they stand, they die. Senators and emperors may wear purple, but Rome was truly built by men like you. Level 8, Primus Pilus. You are the first spear, the senior centurion of the entire legion. 5,000 men and 60 centurions stand beneath you. You command the first century of the first cohort, the most honored and hardest position a common-born man can reach. No noble family, no Senate friends. You earned it by outliving everyone who started with you. You now sit in war councils. Young senatorial tribunes listen to you as if you were a professor. After 1 year in this post, you will join the equestrian order, purple stripe on your toga, gold ring on your finger. The younger centurions already watch you hungrily, waiting for any sign of weakness. Level 9, Angusticlavian Tribune, narrow purple stripe on your toga. You are 23 and have never killed a man. Everyone knows it. You are here for 1 year of required military service before your real political career begins in Rome. You handle boring tasks, supply lists, payrolls, small trials over stolen chickens. The Primus Pilus quietly fixes your mistakes. Soldiers salute you politely, then laugh once your back is turned. Last week, you signed a report for 12 dead men, whose faces you never saw, sealed it, and slept soundly after wine and olives. Level 10, Prefect of the camp. 30 years carrying the soldier's pack. You began exactly like the level 1 recruit. Now you are third in command of the whole legion. You manage fortifications, artillery, supply trains, sanitation, and the 1,000 daily details that keep 5,000 men alive. Younger, richer tribunes may outrank you, but when their bridges collapse or camps flood, they come running. You remember every favor in silence. Level 11. Latoclavian Tribune, broad purple stripe, senatorial blood, 25 years old and already second in command. Of 5,000 soldiers, veterans with 30 years of scars salute you, yet you know they do not truly respect you. Yet, this is merely training for the real power in Rome. You study supply lines, morale, and discipline. Make your mistakes here on the frontier, where they can still be corrected. Level 12. Legate. The Emperor himself signed your appointment. Absolute authority over an entire legion. Every victory adds to your glory. Every defeat stains your name forever. Maps cover your table. Urgent letters arrive from Rome. You give the order, knowing many of these men will never see home again. Level 13. Provincial Governor. You now rule an entire province. 3 legions, and more than 1 million civilians answer to you. Land quarrels, grain shortages, frontier treaties, death sentences, you decide everything. 100 miles from Rome, you are Rome. Your 1-year term has been extended twice. Some nights you lie awake, wondering whether the Emperor keeps you here out of trust or fear. Level 14. Emperor. You command the known world. More than 100,000 soldiers swear loyalty to you. You seized the purple after a bloody civil war. Marble palaces, food tasters, guards who might kill you for the right price. Senators smile while plotting. You stare at the maps alone at night, remembering Caesar's 23 dagger wounds. The most dangerous enemies are already inside your own palace.